Everything all right?
Walter died.
Who are you?
I'm Toby. I'm Toby Ziegler. Walter was wearing my coat, and it had my business card.
You want your coat back?
No.
A northeasterly wind off the Chesapeake.
George, did you know your brother fought in Korea?
Well, I'm sure he didn't mean nothing.
No, he...
Sometimes people start things and they...
No, he was in the Marines about 45 years ago.
Yeah, I think I remember.
He was given a medal.
Yeah?
It's called the Purple Heart. It's for getting wounded in battle. Your brother is entitled to a proper funeral with mourners, and I think he deserves an honor guard. And you don't know me, but I'm an influential person. I'm a very powerful person, and I would like to arrange it.
A funeral?
Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah.
Said if I come and pick you up in the morning, and then I'll bring you back after.
I'll make sure he's here.
Will you?
Hi.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Apparently, I've arranged for an honor guard for somebody.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
No, just tell me, is there anything else I've arranged for? We're still in NATO, right?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
A homeless man died last night, a Korean War veteran who was wearing a coat I gave to the Goodwill. It had my card in it.
Toby, you're not
Took
responsible.
an hour and 20 minutes for the ambulance to get there. A Lance Corporal, United States Marine Corps, 2nd of the 7th. I got better treatment in Panmunjom.
Toby, if we start pulling strings like this, you don't think every homeless veteran will come out of the woodwork?
I can only hope, sir.
When is this thing?
I'm going to pick up his brother and go there now.
Mr. President? Sir, your absence in the other room is conspicuous.
Okay.
Toby, I'd like to come along.
We'll call them answer A and answer B.
Yeah.
Mr. President, does this mean you won't be seeking a second term? Answer A is you bet. I will absolutely be seeking a second term. I'm looking forward to the campaign. There is great work that is yet to be done.
Yes.
Answer B.
Are you out of your mind? I can't possibly win re-election. I lied about a degenerative illness. I'm the target of a grand jury investigation, and Congress is about to take me out to lunch. I'd sooner have my family take their clothes off and dance the tarantella on the Truman balcony than go through a campaign with this around my neck. You think that's too on the nose?
I do.
I want to bring it up again.
Why?
Because I got shouted down the first 3 times, and I work here just like you do. Can I help you?
Sorry.
I think we have to explore ways of calling this off.
Sam.
I think it might be a mistake to send him on at a moment when we're trying to demonstrate.
Listen,
we don't know what the hell they're talking about in there, Toby. We don't know whether he's running or not. I think we have to
There
have...
are no ways. The story's leaked. It's out there. We're doing this. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. They're lighting him from outside the window.
Toby?
I have a meeting, believe it or not, with Greg Summerhays for reasons passing understanding. Hello.
Toby? It's good to see you.
How are you, Greg?
I was sorry about the president's secretary.
Thank you.
Did you know her well?
Yeah.
Let me get to why I'm here. I want to,
You want to buy Atlantic Intermediate.
Yeah?
Greg, there's a reason the FCC...
I'm not here about the FCC.
Why are you here?
I'm launching a 24-hour cable news channel, and I'm building it to compete. And I'd like you to be the news director.
Okay. Thanks for coming in.
Excuse me.
It's a nice service, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I'm gonna run across the street to the OEFB for a minute. President's still after information on the storm. Not sure why he's got it in his teeth.
Yeah.
Josh, can this really be how it works? We have no idea if he's gonna run again. He's in a room with Leo making a decision. 2 people in a matter of minutes. This is how it works.
It's how it works today.
Josh Lyman. It's Leo.
Hey, Toby.
Don't anybody talk to me right now. Josh, Greg Summerhays was here to offer me a job. Leo got me a lifeboat. I'm gonna rip his arms off and beat him with his own... That was Leo. He wants us over there. It's answer B.
President and First Lady having just concluded the interview. President Bartlet is expected to be arriving at the State Department for a press conference. Typically, a press conference, particularly of this size, would be held in the East Room of the White House, but we're told there are some repairs going on there, and so the change of venue. Chris Watson, can you tell us what we might expect to hear from the President in a few minutes? Wait, all right. Our apologies. We'll have Chris in a moment. Let's go to...
Why don't you sit in here for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Standing outside
I'm gonna
the
get
White House.
CJ. You two do a last-minute review.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna get CJ.
Yeah.
Sit here. Close your eyes a few minutes. Charlie will get you when we're ready.
Yeah.
Years ago, I began experiencing blurred vision and numbness in my legs. 2 years and many tests later, I was diagnosed with a course of relapsing, remitting multiple sclerosis.
That startling admission made just moments ago.
Toby,
Yeah.
where's CJ?
She ran back to her office.
President has his present.
Many years we
They're gonna run this clip forever.
No, we're about to give him clips to beat it.
since the disease had no negative impact on my cognitive.
Leo, you got me a lifeboat?
Greg Summerhays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got you a lifeboat.
Speaking of crusty New England relics.
Governor, does it frustrate you to constantly aim for humor and yet miss so dramatically?
Nah. Abby wants to eat at Patsy's tonight. Would you let him know we're coming?
Yes, sir.
What's next?
That's all for the schedule, but Leo McGarry is here and would like a minute.
Leo's here?
Mm-hmm.
Leo!
I'm happy to get him myself, as they do in the civilized world.
Yeah. Hey!
Hey, Governor. New Hampshire. It's what's new
Jenny and Mallory are okay?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. What do you got? You got leaves. I came to look at the leaves.
What are you doing?
I came to talk to you.
Everything's okay?
Yeah.
Why didn't you call?
Because you would have asked me what I wanted to talk to you about.
Where are you staying?
At the Marriott.
What do you want to talk to me about?
I've been thinking about getting back into politics.
Well, I think that's great, man. I think it's about time. You probably mean the House, but I think you should consider the Senate seat in Illinois in 2 years. I can help raise money.
No, I wasn't thinking about the Senate. I was thinking about the White House.
Hey, Leo, I swear to God, there's no one I'd rather see in the Oval Office than you, but if you run, there's going to be a lot of discussion about Valium and alcohol. I mean, it's going to come out. This is the world.
Yeah. See, I wasn't thinking about me.
Who?
I've been walking around in a kind of daze for 2 weeks. And everywhere I go, planes, trains, restaurants, meetings, I find myself scribbling something down.
What?
You never mentioned his health?
No.
Not during the first meeting in his office?
No.
Nor during the second meeting at the Marriott?
No.
Well, then I'd like to ask you this. If he had told you about his condition, would you still have thought it was a good idea that he run?
I don't know.
Well, think about it and try answering.
Listen, I'm gonna talk a little, and you nod and talk a little bit back to me.
What are you doing?
That's good.
I'm really asking you.
I think Rathburn's being a little snotty. I think he's gonna have to wait, and I think he's gonna have to wait with the camera on me.
Mr. McGarry.
1 second, please. Listen, what are you doing for lunch?
I don't know.
Because I thought maybe we could have lunch or something.
Leo, you've got to answer the question.
Congressman, could you repeat the question, please?
If Jed Bartlet had told you about his health, either at the first meeting or at the second meeting, would you still have thought it was a good idea for him to run?
Yeah, I don't know. Is the First Lady still in Madison?
I'm pretty sure I'll check.
Tell me again when the President's back.
3 o'clock, wheels down.
What's his first?
Treasurer of the United States, not to be confused with Treasury Secretary.
The Treasurer of the United States deals with the color of money. What's the meeting about?
Color currency.
Push it, and push his meeting on health and fitness. And went to trade rep and as many of the economic advisors as we can at the 3:30.
Speaking of health and fitness.
Oh, merciful God.
What did you have?
I had half a grapefruit.
Really?
You think I'm lying?
No.
Okay.
Yes?
I'll be in the sit room for a minute. I'd like him when he's done at the site. Good morning.
Good morning.
The Dow's down 260.
Is it gonna rebound?
What do I know? Could somebody get me half a grapefruit? I got Jack LaLanne working for me this week.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go around the table for the quick sheet.
Small force of North Korean soldiers may stage an incursion into the DMZ.
That's a reaction to the president's trip to Seoul, right?
Yeah.
Okay. South America?
General Garcia has declared himself in rebellion against Carlos Velasco.
Is Velasco's government in danger, or is this just another crazy general with guns? No offense, Fitz?
Yeah.
The Venezuela desk still says wait till Garcia calls for the elections.
Okay. Africa.
The government of Mozambique is requesting a peacekeeping force to help distribute grain.
A peacekeeping force to distribute grain?
Yes, sir.
Middle East.
Nothing, really. We got a communique from the new ambassador.
To where?
I'm sorry. Kumar.
About what?
Well, a month ago, they reopened the investigation into Sharif's missing plane.
They find anything?
I don't know, but the emergency locator transmitter never went off, so...
We'll assemble all the military rescue efforts and feed them into state. They can give the ambassador and the Sultan another report.
Yeah, all right. Eastern Europe?
Warsaw transit workers are threatening to go on strike.
Why?
They haven't been paid in 4 months.
Whoa, whoa, you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I just wanted to check with...
The orders were very strict.
Go home.
I am.
You haven't had a day off since the convention. You've been up the past 2 nights, and I don't want a zombie.
Right.
The energy book is done. The Midwest poll is out. Pawn off the surrogate movements and get a few hours sleep.
I just came to check on the Southern governors. Somebody's got to be watching the politics.
Somebody is. The White House Office of Political Affairs.
Where is he?
He's about to go on at Fort Bristol.
You know the Dow's down 270.
Go to sleep.
I'm not fighting with you.
The chairman's here.
Thanks.
The tracks are covered.
Yeah.
We did a legitimate SAR with the UK and Royal Kamari Guard. This was a plane that went down in the Bermuda Triangle. Plain and simple.
And that really happens.
What do you mean?
The Bermuda Triangle.
Does it really happen?
I thought maybe it was like Toscanini landing in the cornfield.
Planes, boats, about 200 of them, including 5 Navy Avenger bombers and the rescue plane that went in after them.
Is there a chance they're gonna find the plane?
We dismantled the ELT, left the plane in 27 pieces, scattered among other wrecks, buried in underwater landslides and limestone cliffs. And if they find the plane, there's still no evidence of anything being anything. These were SEALs, and these were special ops. And these guys know what they're doing.
Okay. Let's obviously stay in touch during the day.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what do you think would happen?
I don't know what would happen to you and me, but I'm pretty sure the president would be invited to see the inside of The Hague.
Yeah, well, they can invite all they want. He ain't going.
Perhaps this would be a good time for you to reconsider your position on an international war crime tribunal.
Perhaps this would be a good time for you to...
Get out of your office.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Who will vote with him now and replace him later.
That's not you?
Wish it were. He's a giant. But my allegiance to the eccentricities of a case will reliably outweigh my allegiance to any position you might wish I held.
Let's talk a little about what the Judiciary Committee's concerns would be. We can safely say reproductive rights are going to come up.
They're going to say judicial activism, particularly in Drury.
How would you address that?
And you're who?
I'm sorry?
Who are you? We're playing committee?
This would be coming from one of the 11 Republicans on there, Mitchell
You can
Davies.
only be one.
We don't really need to.
If you're Webster, the question is, where do you stand on Roe v. Wade? And the answer is, judicial rulings shouldn't be based on personal ideology, mine or anyone else's. If you're Davies, the question is, how would you approach a DNX case? Because he's the drum banger on partial birth. And the answer is, I don't comment on hypotheticals. If you're Malkin, you're from Virginia, so you ask an Drury, I take you point by point from the doctor to the father to Casey, to undue burden, to equal protection, back to Roe, at which point you can't remember the question, and I drink my water for a minute while you regroup.
Will you excuse us for a second? I love her. I love her mind. I love her shoes.
We march her to 5 senators' offices. They'll be so scared they'll beg us to put Shelton on the court.
Sorry. You were vetted by the FBI when you hit the federal bench, but if we reopened an investigation...
But I'm a shill, right? Why would you bother with a background check?
Humor us.
If there's anything they didn't find.
Let's see, in high school, I snuck a copy of Lady Chatterley's Lover out of the public library and never returned it. In college, I got a marijuana plant from my roommate as a birthday present. And in year 2 of law school, I had an abortion. Can I get some water while you regroup?
Okay. Okay.
I tell you this so you'd be prepared. It might not come up, but if it did, I wouldn't comment.
But if they know, it'll be hard.
Roe v. Wade affords me the right to terminate a pregnancy, and to do so free from all restraint or interference of others.
A hearing room...
I'm told I have a right to privacy. I think this would be the sort of thing it's referring to. I also bet like a drunken sailor during my bi-monthly games of hearts. Do you want to talk about that?
An abortion?
All the gin joints in all the world. Maybe they won't find it. Oh, they'll find it.
Yeah, but who's going to bring it up? The committee? They'd look like monsters.
They don't have to. Someone leaks it to the tabloid press. It's a feeding frenzy in 12 hours.
She says she can handle it.
Oh, okay.
Well, we need her. She's the cautionary tale. Without her, we may not get Shelton.
You been outside today? We don't hand someone to the madding crowd so they can take the heat off some guy from Indiana.
Woman is... You should hear her.
What? So she is a serious candidate?
She should be.
She's going to be on posters under a headline that says, wanted for the murder of 15 million American children.
Let's think about this.
Let it go.
No, really, nominees live or die by Roe v. Wade. We're playing along with the ridiculous notion that the Supreme Court is a single-issue body in a way it hasn't been since, I don't know what.
Slavery.
Exactly. So she had an abortion. Who the hell are we?
You think I like this? You keep this up, someone's going to take it to the press, and this bright woman is going to be a checkout counter spectacle. Get her out of the building.
Brad Sheldon could work for us. I like him.
So talk to him this afternoon. He's going to start getting calls.
Who else?
Wisniewski's a good maybe. The majority leader's really pushing him, and Barkin from the 5th, though, he has a question.
It's a tax thing. We're looking into it.
You still having a love affair with Evelyn Lang?
No. Robert Brandt.
How come?
She won't make it through vetting.
Why not?
She had an abortion.
Robert Brandt's on the 9th Circuit. Stan Yancey's worked with him and says he's always kept his
When
cards.
did she have an abortion?
Law school.
Before or after?
After 73, it was legal.
We discarding anybody else for illegal activities?
Not yet.
Tonsillectomy? We down on surfing this year?
She'd be publicly eviscerated.
27 million women voted for me. I think they might have had in mind that I was going to protect this particular right.
We have...
I like that guy from Florida with the good hairdo, but I want to retain my right to choose. I'm voting for what's-his-name, married to Abby Bartlett.
Sir, they're going to make this about her objectivity?
We promised the committee a short list by Friday. I want her name on it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr.
That pisses me off.
Apparently.
We marched her around here all week. The honor of a place on the short list is the least we could do.
We're still going with Brad Shelton.
Mr. President, ready for his press conference tomorrow?
Unless Congress cooks up more recipes for lame duck.
Sorry about last week's veto override.
I'm more worried about this latest stunt.
Yeah, today's vote on stem cell funding. Where did that come from?
Well, apparently the speaker wasn't thrilled. We found $55 million in the HHS budget last month for stem cell research.
Napoli's introducing legislation that would defund our whole program.
Embryonic is their favorite fighting word.
Isn't this funding limited to genetic material that is being thrown away?
Yeah, which is why we have enough Republicans to make it close. A dozen votes could make the difference.
Because the speaker saw an opening with so many Democrats out campaigning.
I'm on it. Been making calls all morning. 20 Democrats are flying back for the vote. Most have already landed. In fact, I should...
Go. The president doesn't need any more bad news in the next 18 hours. He needs a good day.
Count on it.
Sorry, did I miss it?
Got his marching orders.
On one of those days.
About tonight.
Nobel laureates dinner. I brought my tux.
Some dancing shoes, Latin jazz on tap.
For those of us who are seated with the organometallic chemists and have run out of small talk by the soup course.
I'm afraid you'll miss the soup.
What is that?
Future leaders for democracy.
Near future, distant future?
Middle schoolers,
No,
in fact.
no, not that. I'm wall to wall today.
These kids are great. They want accommodation for some internet voting thing. Give them 10 minutes.
10 minutes is how my whole day's been divvied up. There's a plot to ensure I never get to anything of substance.
They were bumped off the president's schedule yesterday, bumped from mine this morning. They're on yours for 6 o'clock.
Why?
It's their last day in town.
No, I meant why me?
Because you're so good with kids.
Congressman Santos.
Did I miss it?
Doing the rule right now.
Sorry to cut it so close. Traffic from Dulles.
Appreciate you interrupting the campaign.
Stem cell? This one matters.
One more vote. One vote arriving.
Saw the news crews. If you want to comment after.
Congrats on Arizona and New Mexico.
Keeps us alive. Super Tuesday's a real gauntlet.
Why we appreciate this detour. And you calling back so many others out stumping for your guy.
3 months of primary pot shots. Relief to see the Democrats pulling on the same oar, working together to protect. Hey.
Hi.
Thought you were in Atlanta.
White House asked the vice president to pitch in.
Important one for the president.
Vice president can't vote.
But as a former House member, he retains lifetime floor privileges.
He's in there now?
Perfect support for the president.
As only a vice president can do.
No stone unturned.
His wheel's up in an hour, but he'll take questions on his way out.
You arrange the press?
I did?
It's a nice touch. Unless we don't win this, gotta sneak him out the back.
We have the votes.
Yeah, it'd be great. It's why we're all here. A win for the president.
Or not.
Son of a bitch.
What happened?
Nothing to do with democracy. No, we can't interrupt.
Why?
Speaker saw just how many Democrats were back in town, did the math, pulled the votes.
He pulled the vote.
Game over. We've been had.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss those little peach things. Bring some to Cleveland for me. Bye. Sorry about the vote. Strike one for stem cells?
Sometimes things are going so smoothly you don't see it coming until they fall apart.
True.
You look changed. In a good way.
Congratulations on the job.
May not be mine after today, but you, onward and upward with Bingo Bob.
Vice President would have stayed if he thought it would still help.
Oh, thank him for the use of his office.
Are you kidding? If Fledge first didn't have this office, where would you camp out on the hill?
I guess Josh worked out of here a lot.
Back in the day.
We need to have dinner sometime so you can catch me up.
I'll be back after Super Tuesday.
Good luck on it. Josh.
I love what you've done with the place.
I expected the congressman.
He's on his way, but you're wasting his time with us.
Stem cell's not a waste. It's a win for you with women. You must have polled on this.
We have. That's not the...
Caregivers get what this research means for those with diabetes, Parkinson's.
ALS, Alzheimer's. Yep, we're on board.
Great to hear.
But we're not going down with the ship. The problem isn't stem cells. It's asking us to stick around when there's no viable strategy to win this.
I am talking to the congressman at his request about his president's agenda. Maybe you could give us a sec.
You kicking me out of this office?
I got a better idea. Why don't you give Josh and me a minute?
Take your time. My office is your office.
Was, in fact. You set this up?
You can't let me out of your sight for a minute.
This is a lose-lose. As long as you stay, Hafley won't call the vote. As soon as you leave, he will. There's no way to change that.
There is one way, if you just hear me out.
You have a plan to win this vote?
But I'm gonna need you to iron out some crucial details with Cliff.
I'm afraid I made a bit of a mess this morning, and it may eat into your news cycle.
Oh?
The pardons.
Granny Pot, I heard.
And a few others. How's the speech?
It's okay. Couple of good lines. There's no ask not what the country can do for you, but...
JFK really screwed us with that one, didn't he? Have you chosen a biblical quotation for the oath?
Kings 3, 9-11.
Grant thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people.
That's the one.
Good choice. You know what I'm gonna miss the most? The Marine Corps band. Those guys can really play. Ask them to do Semper Fidelis. They'll knock your socks off.
Mr. President, Senator Worth will escort you to the podium. This way, Mr. President-elect.
I guess this is where our paths diverge.
Sure you're ready to retire?
See you on the podium.
Mr. President-elect.
Capitol Police estimate today's crowd at over 140,000, with an additional 800,000 expected to line the parade route later. Incoming Secretary of State Arnold Vinnick is here. Senator Vinnick surprised many Republicans, surprised everyone across the board, really, by accepting a position in Matt Santos's cabinet, perhaps eschewing his own chances to run again in 4 years.
It's gonna be cool out there.
Yeah.
I hope brevity is in order.
Cut the speech down to about 80 pages in the car.
Gettysburg Address was what, 4 minutes long?
A lot of run-on sentences, though.
Didn't a 2-hour inaugural address kill President Torrance?
William Henry Harrison, but, you know, he was 68, and he refused to wear a coat.
You refused to wear a coat.
But I'm wearing long underwear.
The dignitaries on the platform have taken their positions. And now here are President Bartlet and the First Lady making their way to their seats on the podium. After 8 years in the White House, they are officially handing over the reins to the Santoses in a few short minutes.
CJ, the president's office just sent this over, says it needs to go to the pardoned attorney immediately.
Surprised both supporters and critics with his willingness to use American force abroad and his aggressive pursuit of peace on the world stage.
Janet Spraggins has her TV on.
Who?
Senior year, she beat me out for the last varsity spot on the swim team.
Guess what?
What?
You win.
Where's Mrs. Bartlet?
Already inside the car, sir.
Nice speech.
No JFK.
No, but you've got time. I left something for you on the desk. Just some random thoughts.
I look forward to them, sir.
Make me proud, Mr. President.
I'll do my best, Mr. President.
What in the world was he trying to prove by not wearing an overcoat?
Youth and vigor. He looked like a leader.
He looked like a lunatic.
A young and vigorous lunatic.
Jed,
Hmm?
you made it. You're still here.
Yeah. I'm still here.